What's up guys, Riley here from RP Productions, and today we're going to be reviewing this 2017 Ford Mustang with a Roush Supercharger on top, which produces 670 horsepower and 545 pound-feet of torque. So this car is courtesy of Joe Myers Ford, just northwest of Houston, and they basically were like, hey, we saw you made a video talking about our cars, how about you come down and take one out for a spin and see what you think? So I was like, well, all right, pack my bags and I'm here now reviewing this car. So basically the deal with these cars is pretty much you buy a stock 5.0 Mustang from Joe Myers Ford, and then if you are crazy enough to want a lot more power, you can pay them a little bit more money and they'll throw a supercharger on there and you'll have tons of fun. Now, as you may have noticed, this car looks pretty much no different than a normal 5.0 Mustang. That is because this is not a Roush car, it's just a normal bone stock 5.0 GT that they put a supercharger on. This car right here is equipped with the GT Performance package, which offers 6-piston Brembo brakes up front, 3.73 rear gears, and a few other little tidbits here and there to make your car a little bit more sporty than a normal GT. Another feature of the GT Performance Pack is you have these nice Pirelli P0s, 255 in the front and 275 in the rear. Should be kind of fun to see how well those put the power to the ground, but as always, 670 horsepower is never easy to put down to the ground. The way this one sits is about $42,000 and some change. Now that is a damn good deal when you're considering you're getting 670 horsepower, and I mean, it's just an overall incredible package, and it's really impressive that Joe Myers is able to offer this. This one's featured here in this nice grabber blue color that Ford brought back for 2017, which is my personal favorite color that Ford offers. And of course, you know, stock exhaust, stock everything other than that supercharger and the tune which Joe Myers does. And it's, you know, it's just incredible how this car is so stock looking, yet it's very far from stock when you put your foot on the gas. So here's where all the business happens. I'm sure everybody wanted to see what this engine bay looked like. Once again, there's the supercharger, 670 horsepower, 545 pound-feet of torque. Overall, a really, you know, factory clean looking engine bay. Roush has done a really good job with their supercharger design. Makes it look really nice and clean in here. And enough talking about it, guys. Let's go ahead, take it for a little drive. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get started with the driving portion. Nick, thank you for having me out here today.
No problem.
Really appreciate it.
Glad to be here.
Nick is the Roush manager here at Joe Myers Ford and was kind enough to have me out here today to take this car out for a little spin. So start her up and we'll take her for a little spin. So now this car is a 6-speed manual, which is something you've just got to have with a package like this. It just adds to the experience. It makes this a whole bunch more fun. And you know, initial impressions of the car, it drives great. The steering feels nice and responsive. I currently have it in the sports steering. You know, they're very responsive. You turn left, car goes left. There's not really much play. I'm sure if I changed it to comfort mode, then there would be a little bit of play. Visibility out the car is really good. You know, huge windows here on the side. Visibility in the front, not too narrow. Visibility at the back is perfect. So overall, you know, Ford has done a really good job with these new 2015 and up Ford Mustangs. I really do like them. The interior is 100 times better than it was before, and there's really nothing negative to say that really stands out to me. All right, guys, well, here's a little second gear pull with 670 horsepower. Yeah, it's quick. It's pretty quick.
Now you drive a 500 horsepower car. How does that feel in comparison?
That's tough. Okay, so you can definitely feel right off the bat this car is much lighter than my personal car, which is a Dodge Charger Scat Pack, if you don't know. So you know, you can definitely feel that it is a lighter car. The power just comes on. It's just instant. You're just boom. You're in power. That supercharger, you know, it's just instantaneous power. It's everywhere in the RPM band, low, high, doesn't matter. It's just, there's power everywhere. I mean, that's 4th gear, and it's just like, okay, we're just gonna go fast now. So now you mentioned there is a 727 horsepower option, so that would be level 3. What we're driving today here is the level 2 package, which is, you know, of course, the 670 horsepower package. And then there's also a level 1 which is basically just some bolt-ons to a normal 5.0.
Correct. Our level 1 package consists of a tuned cold air intake and exhaust from Roush. That's a shelf tune. The benefit of that car is giving the guys that extra throttle response, that extra sound that they want out of the vehicle, to kind of separate it from your normal grocery getter, to giving you something more performance, a little bit more oomph behind the vehicle. When you step up to our level 2 package, which is where we incorporate the Roush Phase 1 Supercharger kit, it's a TVS 2.3 liter blower system, gives you 670 horsepower and 545 foot-pounds of torque. That system is designed for your guy who wants to go out and play on the weekends but still wants to go and drive the vehicle on a daily basis. Maybe you're taking it to work and stuff like that. We do offer the full 3 or 36,000 mile warranty to cover the entire car with that supercharger package. That kind of makes it the best bang for your buck. Also, our Phase 3 kit does come with a parts only warranty. That's the 727 horsepower. That'll cover all of the Roush components that come with the vehicle, or come on the vehicle once we install the supercharger. Now, all 3 levels, 1, 2, and 3, do maintain their factory bumper to bumper, which will cover all of the ins and outs of the vehicle as far as its electricals, its bells and whistles, the features.
How about another second gear pull?
Let's do it. You know, I will say, if there's anything to knock on the car, it's always a good idea to put a lowering spring. It takes a little bit of that rock back out of the vehicle, help you plant the power a little better. Because, man, this bad boy does set you back.
Yeah, I mean, you feel it. You feel it pretty good.
In 2015, Ford took the initiative upon themselves to go ahead and change the internals of the 5.0 liter Coyote to forged. Not only do we offer 670 horsepower with the full warranty, we know plenty of customers who are running around with 800, 850, even 900 horsepower out of their Mustangs, whether it be from a supercharger setup or even a twin turbo Hellion kit. We've seen plenty of customers take their cars to the track running 9s, 10s, 11 seconds on factory internals. Now, that doesn't mean it's a bulletproof car where you can just beat the snot out of it and never have a problem. Obviously, there's certain things that you want to address the higher the horsepower that you go. The convenient thing is there's certain things you don't have to address if you do it under our 670 horsepower with warranty package. It gives you the peace of mind.
So some more driving impressions here, guys. You know, it is a 6-speed manual, like I mentioned, but the clutch is super light. The shifter is very notchy. You're able to tell exactly what gear you're in when you go into gear. It's really easy to drive. I wouldn't say I'm any type of good manual driver, but I'm able to get in this car and I actually feel pretty confident in myself, which is nice. You know, having a car that's easy to drive, it wouldn't kill me. I could daily drive this car and I wouldn't have a problem with that. And that's nice. You know, if I'm going to spend a lot of money on a car, I want to be able to drive it when I want. I don't want it to be something where I can only drive it a couple times a week because I feel like A, I'm going to either kill myself in it, or B, it's just too difficult to drive. They made this super easy to drive and it's a very manageable car. And one thing I was a little scared about when I got in here at first was, all right, 670 horsepower, that seems like a lot on paper. Will that mess up the balance of this car? And surprisingly, no, it did not. I feel like this is a really balanced car still, and the chassis and the IRS, everything that Ford did with these new gen Mustangs, they did a really good job of being able to manage that additional power. So what does the supercharger do to the gas mileage on this car?
That's a great question. One, I got a lot more than I ever expected. I figured everybody wanted supercharged. They didn't care about gas mileage, but that is not the case. We know you care about fuel economy. The great news is these cars achieve 24, 25, 26 miles per gallon stock. When you put a supercharger on here, put this thing at 65 miles an hour on cruise control, you're still going to get 24, 25 miles per gallon on the freeway. Now, for your daily driving, obviously it's going to be a little bit lower. You know, when you're stopping and going in traffic and things like that, you're going to notice your fuel economy go down. What we find most customers are getting are anywhere from 12 to 16 miles per gallon as an average daily driver. Obviously, the 12 being the guys who are a little heavier footed. It never gets old.
No, never. Oh, there's just power everywhere with this car. Yeah, that's definitely enough to have a lot of fun with. So Now, you were telling me earlier you've had customers tell you that they're running 11.3s on the track with this like 670 package?
Yes, with our 670 package, the best recorded times I've seen so far in the quarter mile have been high 11.2s, right at 11.3 range. Now those are running on a decent tire, 305 in the back. Nothing too aggressive. We're not talking about big stickies or anything like that. Obviously, those kind of tires I would imagine would help you, and obviously suspension makes a big difference too. When it comes to the 727 horsepower packages, we've had several customers report back right at 11 seconds, and even one or two that have gotten just under the 11-second mark. We know a lot of customers think that Mustangs run over crowds and stuff like that. If you know how to drive and you know what you're doing, you should be just fine. It doesn't mean we don't make mistakes, even if we're a good driver. This car is fully capable of planting the power with the IRS in the back, and you'll notice most of those videos, them guys getting squirrely leaving the car shows, are in the S197s. It's not in S550s. I think everybody's kind of made that correlation already, but I just want to point it out there for you haters who think that people are going to be leaving Joe Myers Ford or going out there and getting accidents. We're not condoning that by any means, but we are building it on the right car to help keep you as safe as possible.
So now, once again, this is the car with a performance pack. It's not the premium, so it doesn't have nav or anything. It's got cloth seats. The cloth seats do feel really good. I like them a lot. They're really comfortable. I'm sure the leather would be, you know, nice to have, but hey, if you're looking for a car that's just, you know, purpose-built to go fast, this is how you would spec yours, and it's a really good spec. The interior is plenty nice. So I got left or right?
Left.
Left, all right. Another thing I haven't mentioned yet is these brakes with the 6-piston Brimbos. They'll stop you pretty darn quick. That's one of the things that you'll probably notice right off the bat when you get in, you know, a GT Performance Pack Mustang, is that they are very sensitive. I'm used to them because I have a car with Brimbos, but for somebody who's not used to them, it will probably surprise you how sensitive, you know, probably any Brembo brake is, but especially these 6-piston. But overall, guys, in conclusion, this is a really nice package. I mean, taking a stock 5.0, the new ones, that's already a great car, but what, you know, Nick and everybody at the Joe Myers Roush department has done, it's truly a great package, especially, you know, the value for your money. I don't really think that there's anything out there with more horsepower for this price range. All the creature comforts in here, you know, just it's a really good deal for what you get. All right, guys, so just finished the review. What a great car this has been. Nick, thank you for having me out here.
Of course, man.
I really appreciate it. This has easily been one of my favorite cars I've ever driven. Like I keep mentioning over and over again, this is a truly phenomenal package for the money. I really don't think I have anything to complain about with this car. I think everything that I didn't like about the 2014s has been improved for the 2015 and up model, and it overall is just a great handling car. It goes fast in a straight line. It does everything you want it to do very, very well, and I couldn't be happier with this whole review, this whole package, and this whole experience. So once again, thank you for having me out here today. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.
And also, for any of y'all who are looking for more content, who want to follow our build, see the other products that we're putting out there, check us out at jmfroushperformance.com. Again, that's JMF, like Joe Myers Ford, roushperformance.com. Check us out on Facebook at Joe Myers Ford Roush Performance, Instagram, Joe Myers Ford Roush Performance, and YouTube, Joe Myers Ford Roush Performance. Again, this is Nick Javerick, the Drona here from Joe Myers Ford. You'd asked me what the Drona stood for, so I'll make sure that y'all know about it. It's a nickname that was given to me here. While it was to make fun of me, it's just a joke. It stands for Director of Roush Operations North America. I wear it proud. I'm very proud of the brand that I work for, and I'm here to help anybody, whether it's just getting information or purchasing a vehicle. Thank you for your time.
And once again, guys, all the links will be in the description below, so go check those out. I made that pretty easy for you. Later.